I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, which to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would give a hand to Pastor for allowing us to introduce the church. A lot of churches today are backing away from their principles and values and the Ten Commandments and the Constitution. But we really appreciate it, Pastor. We hold our meetings there in the fellowship hall once a month. If anyone would like to join us, the information is out front. Today we will have a program. We're going to have the teens perform there with the people. We have teachers' packets for the movie that y'all are watching, A More Perfect Union. It comes with a big poster of the Constitution, the teaching packet, the movie, and a pocket Constitution. We have those in the front for donation. And after the program, we'd like to invite everyone to have lunch with us in the fellowship hall. We're going to dismiss the children after the teens perform, and then we'll go and do age-appropriate activities, constitutional things. So they'll have a good program there that will be escorted, so you won't have to worry about them, getting lost and getting down the street or anything. But we will do that. And I'd like to present now the Republican Teens of Slidell. It was started in 2003 by Meryl Dakin. She's the president. Odette Jennings has taken it over, and she kind of coordinates everything. She does a really fantastic job with the teens, and they do a fantastic job themselves. It's amazing what these kids do. But as you have read in the flyer, they went to Washington. They performed at our April 16th rally, and they were invited to Washington, D.C. for a week's workshop. And out of that came a national award for their patriotism. So there's 20 members. If anyone knows anyone else who would like to join this group, they teach the kids how to study the Constitution. They teach them how to make right choices with the political aspect of everything, but she really does a good job with them. So we will go ahead and start the program, and y'all give them a hand when they come out there.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whenever that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can longer endure.
Was at war before we knew it. Mr. Lincoln, he said a country divided against itself cannot stand. My William put great stock in what Mr. Lincoln said that day, and he done up and enlisted. August 1862 it was. He looked so smart in his uniform, and we were so proud. And he wrote us when he could, but that weren't often. And he never let on how bad off it was for him. And I wrote it back every chance I could. That's his gravestone over yonder. Oh, he ain't in it, but we put up a storm just the same.
We are met on a great battlefield without war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this.
February 16, 1778, General George Washington wrote, "It is with great reluctance I trouble you on a subject that occasions me more distress than I have felt since the commencement of the war. For several days now there has been little less than a famine in the camp. Naked and starving as they are, we cannot enough admire the incomparable strength and fidelity of the soldiers. I am, on my part, putting every engine to work that I can possibly think of to prevent the fatal consequences."
But, in a large sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot concentrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggle here, have concentrated far above our poor power to add or detract.
You have to understand, we all had to make sacrifices during World War II. That's what it was all about, what it was all for. And when we stopped to think of what our boys were going through over there, well, it was little enough for us to do without. Oh, there was scrap iron drives, rubber drives, paper drives. Everything went to the war effort. And we were rationed over here. We had these ration books. We only allowed so many eggs, so much meat, that kind of thing. It was so scary. I mean, you'd sometimes go to bed at night and wonder that maybe when you woke up, you wouldn't be free anymore.
The world will little know, nor longer remember what they say here, but it can often never forget that they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us.
We are not fighting a war now as we did after Pearl Harbor, nor will it be one like Desert Storm. This is a new kind of war, but one we will fight nonetheless. It will be fought on many fronts, some visible and some invisible. But we will not let our freedoms be taken from us. We will not succumb to tyrants and evildoers, whoever and wherever they are. And let it be known to all that we will protect this country and what it stands for.
That from those honored dead we take increased devotion to the cause of which they gave the last full measure of devotion.
That we here highly resolve that those that have died shall not have died in vain. That this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom. And that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth.
choice to come here to America. I think the hardest thing I ever do was leave mother, but she told me I should come here. So I say goodbye and we cry. I and lots of others go in a big ship, way down under deck. All of us are scared for many reasons, but all going this long trip over the ocean. Then, I never forget, we see this big lady statue, standing so high and holding a torch. We all rush to the ship to see her. We reached Ellis Island. We all know about this Ellis Island. So many years long did I remember. It felt so good to be on solid ground again. Before long, we are in this big room. Lots of people, old men, young women, women with babies, some sleeping, some crying. I try to remember all that I was told. Do not look scared, do not rub my eyes. I have no money. You have to have some money to get into America. So I have my money, my shoes, and my coat. That's all I bring. Then men and groups shift one way, women another. Some move to other rooms. Then I see families looking around like next to him as much as I know how. Then the man, he looked at me and he said, "You are free to go. Free to go. I am here at last, and I am free to go into America."
Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering stride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is the imprisoned lightning. And her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep ancient lands your story pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the blue door.
All the storm clouds gather far across the sea. Let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful to the land so fair. As we raise our voices in song prayer, God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide and full. God bless America, my home sweet
Please join us.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. and present. Please stand when we call out your brand to remain standing. First, the Army. Please stand.
Over hill, as we hit the dusty trail, the race hearts go rolling on. Living out through the south,
Go standing.
we'll furnish you a package out there that can help you with that, to teach your children and your grandchildren the Constitution and what this country was founded on. Our next, we're going to go ahead and just